breath back and talk to Andy.
Claressa Shields, tears of joy, your undisputed champion once again. You've had some pretty special nights in your career today. I just wonder where this one ranks. Take your time, take your time.
I just want to thank God because I've been working hard for a very long time and no one has given me credit, but after that display tonight and after a tough opponent, you know, I couldn't even see out my right eye round 6 through 10 because she do hit hard. But I bit down and I did what I do in training and I got the job done. So I just want to thank Savannah Marshall and her team.
Rowdy Nation TV, welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so anytime I drop a video, you guys can be notified. Let's get it. To any of my boxing fans that I have out there, if you missed any of the boxing matches that went on this weekend, stay tuned. I'm going to get you caught up with 2 undisputed title matches that took place over the weekend, one being the GWOAT Claressa Shields versus Savannah Marshall, and the other one being DEVIN HANEY versus George Kambosos, the rematch down in Australia. And we also have the return of Deontay Wilder with a one-punch knockout. So if you stay tuned, I'll show you the leaked video of that knockout with Deontay Wilder. Let's get it. Okay, Claressa Shields is truly the GWOAT, right? Now, there was a lot of jawing, a lot of back and forth going back and forth between these two girls, right? Rightfully so. They got history together. But let's sum it up. Claressa Shields beats rival Savannah Marshall to become the undisputed middleweight world champion. The American wins by the unanimous points after 10 pulsating rounds in London. Shields is 27 years old, and she avenges her only defeat in the amateur 10 years ago. Now, the judges scores the fight 96-94, 97-93, and 97-93. I watched the fight, and I think those are some good scores. I mean, Savannah Marshall's a pretty big girl. She's way bigger than Claressa Shields. But Claressa Shields, she stuck in there. Like she said, she got hit in the eye. And take no disrespect, nothing away from Savannah Marshall. She's a really good fighter. And she hits hard. You heard Claressa Shields say that. Now, both women pay tribute to each other after the end of the match, right? And it's supposed to be a rematch, they say it's here, but from what I've heard, that Savannah Marshall is retiring. Now, this is the first female fighters to headline the O2 Arena on a historic all-female card. Alicia Baumgartner beats fellow American Michaela Meyer by split decision to become unified super featherweight world champion, right? So, shouts out to Claressa Shields. She is truly the GWOAT. She has done what nobody's done in boxing, men or women, right? Three undisputed titles in 3 different weight classes. And for the people who don't know about boxing, that means that all the belts in all the weight classes, she done went out and got all the belts in all the weight classes. And for some of you people who don't know about boxing, there's like 4 major belts in each weight class. So she has I think 13, 14 belts. She might have 15. She might have 15 belts. Yeah, I think she might have about 14 or 15 belts. But shouts out to Claressa Shields. She put on a fantastic show. I watched it over the weekend, and it was a good showing for the American. So let's move on, because there's another undisputed championship match that went on down under, and we're going to get into that with DEVIN HANEY and George Kambosos. DEVIN the Dream HANEY travels back to Melbourne, Australia to defend his undisputed lightweight championships. That's 4 belts, people. American DEVIN HANEY remains the undisputed lightweight boxing champion after outclassing former title holder George Kambosos Jr. Now, I watched this fight also, and like I said before, man, you know, George Kambosos lost his belts back in June. That was only like 4 months ago when they fought. And it was in the contract that if DEVIN HANEY wins, he had to come back to Melbourne, Australia, and, you know, defend those belts again. And he did. And like I said before, man, these guys were going back and forth. George Kambosos was salty about losing those belts in his hometown down in Melbourne, Australia, right? Because a lot of people, I seen before that Pacquiao went down there and he got robbed. That's how he lost his belts, right? He lost his belts to Jeff Horn. So, like I said, man, it was a good fight. Devin Haney stood his ground. He didn't clinch a lot. That was some of the gripes that Kambosos had. You know, he said that in the first fight that Devin Haney was kind of like running. He was clinching. He was holding a lot. But this fight, Devin Haney, man, I think he almost had Kambosos out of there in the later rounds. Leave me a comment in my comment section if you guys watched the fight. If you're a boxing fan and you seen that fight, man, I think Kambosos was about to go. Now, the unbeaten American has won 29 fights. He's 15 of them by knockout, and has unified the WBA, the IBF, the WBO, and the ring lightweight belts. So, like I said before, now he can move on to bigger and better things now that he's beaten George Kambosos 2 times, right? And Devin Haney Promotions, he's doing it young. He's only 23 years old. He's about to be 24 coming up pretty soon here in about a month, I think they said. He's about to be 24 years old, but he has his own promotional company, kind of like Floyd, but he's doing it while he's boxing. You know, he's doing it while he's boxing. You know what I'm saying? He has his own promotional company, and so, you know, he's getting a large sum of that money. He took a pay cut to go down to Australia to get those belts, right? He took a pay cut. He did. I ain't gonna lie, man. And what's really a shame is that ESPN don't even have him on the pound for pound list. And I was gonna give shouts out to ESPN for bringing us those 2 fights, right? But you know you're wrong, ESPN, for not having Devin the Dream Haney on your pound for pound list. And I hope after this fight he should be on that pound for pound list, right? And I hope he can take on I hope he fights Vasyl Lomachenko next, because Gervonta Davis, his next fight should be Ryan Garcia, and I'm not sure they're gonna have that fight. That Shakur Stevenson would be ready to fight him right now. I think they probably want to build these fights with those 3, Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Devin the Dream Haney. I think those are fights that you want to build, kind of like Earl Spence and Bud Crawford. But you don't want them to take so long, right? But like I said before, shouts out to Devin the Dream Haney for retaining his undisputed lightweight championship belts, and he's going to move on to something bigger and better, hopefully Vasyl Lomachenko. So now let's push on to Deontay Wilder, right? Bomb Squad. Deontay Wilder is back in the building. We're about to push on to Deontay Wilder and see and watch this devastating knockout. Deontay Wilder is back. Keep your eyes open. Don't blink. First round action. Boom. There you go. Knockout. Deontay Wilder is back. Back in the building. I hope that should boost up his confidence, and maybe he can get back on his feet. Maybe he need to get back on his feet. Maybe start jabbing a little bit more. But that's a devastating knockout for Deontay Wilder. The Bronze Bomber is back. Hopefully he can get that fight with Usyk, and he can get another shot at the championship belts and get his career back on track. So those were some devastating defeats he took against Tyson Fury. But there you go, Deontay Wilder, 1-round knockout over the weekend. Rowdy Nation TV, click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Tell me how I did in the comment section. We out.